Spending a little time with me this afternoon, and I want to thank so many of you who have emailed me great show ideas and shared your thoughts on subjects we've covered. We're building this show for you, and we value your feedback. You know, Thanksgiving is just 2 days away, and we've got several guests today who will share stories that will make you thankful for many of the things we take for granted: a roof over our heads, healthy babies, and food in the fridge. I'm deeply thankful this season for my family, from my birth family to my husband to the 3 wonderful children God entrusted to me. Raising them has been the most meaningful part of my life. One of those children, my Maddie in the middle, lives and works in the North Georgia mountains, and hearing her talk about those wildfires and seeing the pictures and videos she sent really bring that dangerous situation close to home. Dozens of large wildfires continue to burn across the southeast, with North Carolina and Georgia hit the hardest. The raging flames have more than 3,000 firefighters battling those blazes, all fueled by the drought in the south. Officials believe most of the fires are the result of arson, and at least 1 person has been arrested so far. The widespread smoke also prompting air quality warnings, code orange, in parts of Georgia.
We do also ask for cooperation with anyone who has information on anyone who may have started any of these fires.
Conditions are terrible. It's so dry. Even just tossing a cigarette out in your front yard can cause a fire.
And we wanted to talk about fires. With this being Thanksgiving week, we always hear about the problems we have with some people doing the deep fryer turkey. So I asked Greg Brooks to come and talk to us about fire safety. Greg is the EMS coordinator at Doctors Hospital Emergency Room, and you're also with the president of Trauma
Society, right?
Right. And Greg, what you do is save lives.
Well, pretty much. We have a group of individuals that we all work together in pre-hospital and hospital, and that's what we do, is try to keep people safe. And then if they do have a problem, we work to get them out of that problem. They have the injuries or illnesses and get them back on the road.
Well, you know, it's interesting because we did have specific things we wanted to talk about, but with the fires that we are experiencing up in the North Georgia mountains and West North Carolina, we are breathing so much of that smoke.
Right. It is this inversion layer that's over the southeast is just keeping that smoke there. Mm-hmm. And folks who have respiratory illnesses, COPD, asthma, things like that, it's really not safe. It could exacerbate their problems with breathing being out there. So the recommendation is to stay indoors and have good filters on your HVAC system, so you don't have to breathe that.
So you're not breathing it. So while we continue to pray for our friends who are directly affected by those fires, we want to focus right now on some of the things we can do in our own homes to be safe. I know I've heard you say before, you know, you need to have a plan. Right. You need to have a fire evacuation plan in your own house.
Right. We call that exit. Exit drills in the home. And I teach a lot of fire safety classes, and I always ask folks they have a plan at their work, but they don't make a plan at home. And that's where you're more likely to have an emergency, and being able to everybody know how to get out of the house. Even you have to practice in the dark. I usually, when my kids were small, 9 o'clock at night, all the lights off, hit the smoke alarm button so they knew what it sounded like, and I taught them how to crawl to the door, fill it with the back of their hand. If it was not hot, go down the stairs to the mailbox to our meeting place, and if it was hot, go out the window. We had an escape ladder at every one of my kids' rooms. They'd hook it on the side of the windowsill, and they'd climb down.
You practiced that climbing down with them?
Yes, and they did a really good job. It took them about 15 seconds to get out of the house without the door being hot, and if they had to go out the window, about 35 seconds.
Gee, they did a good job.
You only have 3 minutes to get out of your house. People don't realize it, because it's really not the flames that get you, Jenny. It's the smoke and poisonous gases. Yeah. And everything is made out of so many polysyllabic words that, you know, all those chemicals that they have and all the upholstery and stuff, that's what gets you.
3 minutes is not long at all.
It's really not. And unfortunately, we have a lot of fatalities because people just succumb to the smoke, just like outside with the smoky conditions. Just imagine if you're inside a building and there's nowhere for that smoke to go. It just surrounds you in that hot temperature, and you just taking a couple whiffs and then you just pass out, and then that's where we find the firefighters find you.
Wow. Well, I've never really heard it explained that way, but it does make sense.
Right.
Talk a little bit about safety with those deep fried turkeys.
Right. There are going to be some folks doing some turkey frying, and if anybody would like to give me a holler, I'll go glad to test ride for you. But make sure you're away from the building, the structure. Make sure you have a good 20, 30 feet away from any burnable or combustible structures. Don't put a frozen turkey in the deep fryer, because it'll just make that oil that's in there bubble up and come over the sides and ignite the flames, and then we have a raging fire. And look at the level of the turkey, or the oil in the deep fryer. Make sure you don't exceed that, because when you put that turkey in, even if it's thawed and that oil seeps over the sides and hits those flames, it starts a fire, and that gets out of control and very, very quickly.
Something else that can get out of control is a Christmas tree going up in flames.
Right. People don't realize you have a dry tree. You have lights in the tree that, if they're not made to be non-heated lights, because all lights put out heat, and you have piggybacking extension cords, that puts out even more heat because you're piggybacking the extension cords, and so the tree reaches its ignition point, and as you'll see, hopefully we have the video, and you'll see the how fast that tree just erupts in flames, and it goes straight on up in just a matter of seconds, and fills the whole room with smoky condition where you just can't escape if you're in that situation.
Oh my goodness. How important is it to change out Christmas lights, or are they made now where you can just use them and reuse them?
Pretty much they're pretty safe nowadays, but you know, the problem is folks who have old lights like grandma and your mother had, and so those lights really they're not cool, so when you put them in there, they emit heat, and so that's the problem with those older lights. So if you have some older lights, you know, because of tradition or whatever, you definitely want to look at getting some of the newer non-heated lights that emit light but not the heat.
What about, this is just one quick question as we are wrapping up here, Greg. I am astounded at how hot my little cube charger for my phone, how hot that gets.
Right, and that's electricity. That's one of the ways that you know, the fire started. It can be because of mechanical conditions, electrical conditions, or chemical conditions, and so that electricity is just making that heat. And if that's laying on a sofa or something that has a low relative ignition temperature, it could start on fire. And one of the things really I want to talk about also real briefly is, if a fire starts in your oven, if you're cooking pies, don't open the door, don't try to put the fire out, just keep the door shut. That'll get rid of the oxygen and it'll snuff itself out. And if you're frying something on top of the stove, don't grab that pan and try to run outside with it. You'll burn yourself and burn your house down. Throw either the pan top on it or something like flour and salt. Just throw it on top of it. That'll get rid of the oxygen.
Snuff the flames.
So yeah, do not try to throw water on it or grab it and get that pan outside. You'll make it worse.
Really good advice, Greg Brooks. We'll have some of these tips for you on our website and helpful links if you need an emergency fix this holiday season. We'll be right back.
So I do see a lot of hope and happiness in the future as far as with children getting along with one another and putting bullying to rest.
Has the economy had a